been a long day, Irene.
It has been. It has been a very long day, but we had the great pleasure of having a friend say, "Did you get my package?"
And the answer was no.
No. And yeah, well, we won't go into the details, but basically it was at the post office.
Just not where they thought it was.
Right. So when we confronted them with the tracking number, they were forced to give it over.
So this is a little bit something different. We've never done a mail call open and a reaction video all in one time.
Right. We did peek in to make sure what it was, because she said it was something perishable. So we're like, okay, don't know what it is.
Well, she's from South Carolina, and it could have been crabs for all we knew.
Oh, well, I would hope it would be refrigerated if it was crabs. We have known one of the women involved in this project for probably, we were trying to figure out how long, probably at least 10 years. She is another merchant who that we used to see several times a year at events. And we became really good friends. You know, it's when you're working really hard together in a camping environment, a lot of times, you know, it's like, you need help raising that tent? Sure, let me get my back in there too, and it's up. You know, her husband used to come around sometimes and help tighten our ropes and stuff like that when we were having issues with the tent or something. So, you know, somebody we really know for a long time. And
good people. Really
good people. They live in South Carolina. Their business has been completely destroyed by the coronavirus.
Exactly the same as ours, because they went to the same kind of events that we went to.
Right, plus more.
But they sold fabric. They did beautiful fabric.
They specialized in really historically accurate fabric. They did a lot of Civil War and colonial, and anybody who knows anything about the Civil War and colonial reenactors knows they're super picky. There's no polyester involved in that one. So it has to be really good quality stuff, and they always had this great stuff. Well, there are no events. Zero. Done. And as she said, one of the events that we were talking about earlier this year, she said that event is a quarter of our yearly income. On top of that sort of thing where they went to events, they also had a fabric shop that they ran at home.
But she did get a ton of orders for masks with this pandemic.
She has been making her living for the last couple of months sewing masks and the gowns that the caretakers give who work in the
nursing homes.
As she said, you know, it is covering the bills, but it's killing her.
So she had several other people join her in her business, and I'll put a link to an information about her business, which is 96 District Fabrics.
Right.
We have no compensation whatsoever.
No. The only compensation we have is we have
cookies.
Right.
And a request that we fill out a survey,
form.
which we'll do.
We're going to do that. And here is the cookie box. I know Beth's a really good cook, so I would be shocked if this isn't wonderful. But their goal, she said, is to do cookies like Grandma did with a twist. So
gotta stop talking, start eating.
Yeah,
there's cookies.
Right, there's cookies. So these are creamy lemon bombs. Oh God, that sounds good.
Those are creamy lemon bombs.
Yes, those look dangerous.
Carnival cookies.
Frizzles.
Which contains walnuts. It's nice that they've labeled some of these.
Yeah, because that's a really important thing, and that is one of the suggestions I will make. That they need to be even more specific about ingredients, because there are a bunch of us out here who have food allergies.
Get away from that. That's mine. Oh. Peanut butter in this one. You can't have any of it.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Molasses spice cookies. I'm not a big fan of peanut butter, so it's all.
Better than crack cookies is what these cookies are that have peanut butter in them.
I see. Scotch shortbread cookies. Okay. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cookie types here.
Time to get trying. Now we haven't had any of these cookies before. Some of them we're probably going to like. Some of them we may not like. We're going to tell you what we think for real.
Right.
Beth doesn't know that we're doing this.
No, so she didn't make any requests or anything else, and she's probably still waiting at home because I told her you finally found the package at the post office, and that we would get back to her. So let's see.
What are we going to try first, Irene?
Well, I'm going to try lemon bomb. So I'm drooling here.
Why don't we try at the same time? That way we can.
Yeah, let's just open one package.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, there's 4 cookies in here. That should be enough for a while. We didn't eat lunch that long ago.
Well, tonight's pizza night, so we can kind of skip pizza instead.
The pizza dough is already made and rising.
Okay.
Oh, that is good. It's really lemony.
Got a great crumb.
Mm-hmm. It's a very soft crumb. What would you compare the texture to?
Some of the soft gingerbread that we got from Europe.
Yeah, but what in the United States would you compare it to?
I can't think of anything
I
right
can't
off the
think
top
of
of my head.
anything
I'll cogitate on it a while. I have to stop eating.
It's a very smooth, wonderful texture.
Great lemon flavor.
Oh, the lemon is awesome. One of my biggest complaints about lemon stuff is a lot of times it's not lemony enough. And I just hit a piece of lemon rind. This has got real lemon in it. I love that. It does have a glaze on top to kind of counteract the tartness of the lemon, but that is really good.
I really like this. If it were me and my own personal preferences, I'd like even more lemon because I like a lot of lemon. But I would eat this all. In fact,
Yeah,
I'm almost done with this cookie, so I'm going to go ahead and eat it.
I ate it all. So these are both lemon cookies. We'll put those over there so that we're not tempted to eat those. Carnival cookies contains walnuts. These look sort of like a chocolate chip, or it's got some mixed stuff to it. There's a little piece of
Pretzel?
pretzel on top. I'm seeing nuts.
You're supposed to give it to me first.
It's making crumbs all over the place. We'll have to clean up the crumbs.
Now that's a more firm cookie than the lemon bomb.
Mm-hmm. Lots of walnuts.
I like the walnuts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were talking about before I went into town that I like to eat walnuts right out of the container.
Right, and I'm the one who eats the pecans right out of the container, so we make a great team. We're not competing.
I'm going to move this out of the way because we'll eat that one too.
Mm-hmm. Not sure what's in there. Are those butterscotch chips?
I taste butterscotch.
Yeah, there's got there's little brown chips in there. Those are butterscotch chips. Those are good. What I like about this is I'm not a super sweet cookie person most of the time. So this is a nice balance. The walnut and the pretzel on top are a nice balance of sort of savory, darker flavors.
I'm going to disassemble this.
Yeah.
I want to see a little bit more about what's inside of it.
Yeah, see, there's a piece of the butterscotch. That's a butterscotch
Right.
for sure.
And there's another piece of... That's another piece of pretzel.
Okay, so there's broken up pretzels in there.
At least that piece was.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's a pretzel there too. So, that's cool. Those are really good.
Well, I'll tell you, you can have this one and I'll have the other package of lemon bombs.
Right before I'm later. I think I know what we're doing for dessert tonight.
Forget dessert. I'm voting for having cookies for dinner.
Yeah, I'm sure our nutritionist would approve. Yeah.
Well, you know, we can just put the dough in the refrigerator and do it tomorrow.
Right. Okay. Pick another one.
Now, this is one that you're not going to like. Well, you might not like.
I don't always care for molasses cookies. That's true. I'm not a huge molasses fan, but once in a while, if they're done right, it's got to be just the right balance of molasses and sugar and cookie and get through that.
Well, one was for me, and half was for you. You can be the first to try this one. Has some spice to it.
Oh, that smells delicious. Reminds me of a gingerbread in terms of the spice.
Smells like gingerbread.
It's more mild than a gingerbread, but it's very tasty. Here. Like the way I did that?
You want to try it again?
No.
It's chewy.
It is. It's like a chewy gingerbread. See, the problem for me will be I prefer gingerbread to molasses cookies. So I would prefer more ginger. But if you're going for molasses cookie, and I don't pretend to be a...
I like molasses cookies.
Yeah.
This is
not
a good molasses
cookie. Whoops.
Now see the
I like
carnival,
the chewiness of it.
the carnival cookie that we just tried.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had anything like it, so it
No.
was really, really different.
No. That one's really cool. That's the sweet and savory mix. Yeah. So I guess this is would you call this a traditional molasses cookie?
This is more traditional molasses cookie. It has a dusting of sugar on top, not powdered sugar.
Yeah, it's got it's crystal sugar. So.
It looks like it's fine sugar.
Yeah, I would say.
It has
so.
a nice little glint in the light. Sorry, I'm not going to bring it up so you can see it. I'm going to eat it.
That's really good.
Said by somebody who doesn't like molasses cookies.
Yeah. It's I really liked it. I think the salvation for me on that one is the texture is really good. It's got a chewiness to it that I enjoy.
All right, the last two cookies are Scotch shortbread or better than crack cookies. All right. You can try the Scotch shortbread. I'm pretty picky about shortbread.
Yeah, well, we both are, because we've had a lot of experience making shortbread.
And I really
Good crack.
Yes, it did. You could hear it.
Eating the crumbs. It's a good shortbread. Yeah, it's definitely a good shortbread. Eat all the crumbs up. You can always tell when I like something.
Yeah, I don't like this one as much.
That's what?
Well, as all the other cookies we've tried so far.
Yeah, but you have to think of it as a shortbread.
I think I prefer shortbread with a bit more butter in it. But that's me.
We normally do the English shortbread, which is a slightly more dense. This is more towards the American side of it.
Good cookie though.
I can definitely taste the butter in it.
Yep.
I think one of the problems we're having is the molasses. Kind of screws up your palate a little bit for the butter.
It's very good.
That's got a good shortbread texture to it, and I think for most Americans who aren't used to eating British cookies or European cookies, this would be probably a pretty perfect shortbread.
I agree. I just happen to prefer the Scottish shortbread from Scotland.
Right,
or
the ones
Wales.
you can hit with somebody in the head with and it doesn't break.
Yeah, the ones you're supposed to break your teeth on.
Right.
And this is a great crumb.
I like the fact that when you get to the last of it and you kind of smush it around your mouth, you can taste that butteriness.
All right. Better than crack cookies. Contains peanut butter. You can't have any.
I can have peanut butter. I'm just not a big peanut butter fan. I don't like when people make peanut butter cookies and they're like, "Oh my God, you got to eat your peanut butter cookies." I usually pass because I am not a peanut butter cookie fan. They don't float my boat usually. So we'll see if they're really better than crack.
Smells good.
Smells like peanut butter. Our favorite mooch is down here, wagging his tail.
I'll find something for you later, Jack.
He has a couple of treats that he'll get when we're done with this. So he's not suffering as much as he makes out to be.
They're miniature chocolate chips in it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely has a peanut butter taste.
Mm-hmm. Anybody who loves peanut butter cookies will really like these. What I do like about it is, when I was a kid, the one peanut butter cookie that I did like, Nutter Buddies or something, Nutter.
Right.
Yeah, they're okay. If I'm starved, I can eat them. But
I like them.
I know.
I like this is better.
Oh yeah. For a peanut butter cookie, this is really good. You have to understand, I'm not a peanut butter cookie fan. And the reason it's so good is there's so much going on. There's lots of tiny little bits of chocolate. I think there's nuts in there, but I'm not sure. It feels like there's nuts. So it could be peanuts. It could be made with either chopped peanuts or with
Ground peanut.
or with peanut butter that's chunky.
Well, whatever it is, it's a really good peanut butter cookie.
Mm-hmm.
For Irene to say that it's a good peanut butter cookie,
Yeah, I was saying
it's saying
something.
a lot. That's saying a whole lot.
Because most people make a peanut butter cookie and they're like, "Oh, this is such a great peanut butter cookie," and I'm like, under duress, I will eat one out of politeness, but then I will go do something else.
Hey, you ready to do a taste reveal on some cookies we got for some friends? We still have some over there.
I think we should save those for later.
I have a couple things to say. One of which is these are really good cookies.
Yeah.
I would buy them in an instant in the shop if I was walking by. One of our favorite cookie companies is the Brown Butter Cookie Company in the San Luis Obispo, California area.
Mm-hmm. They have several stores in the general vicinity of that part of the world.
And I would stack these cookies up against pretty much any of the cookies that they make. They're different.
Yeah, they're a different kind of cookie, but it's the same thing. It's a really high quality cookie. You're very comfortable eating them. You know what's in them. Nothing weird.
I'll bet Beth didn't expect us to sit down and do a taste
I
reveal.
guarantee she didn't. Because she just wants feedback from it because she knows we're going to be straight up about it.
Yep. The cookies are fresh. They're fresh tasting.
These have come by mail. I mean, I could figure out what day they mailed them out here. What did they do with the box?
I think they sent them either. Well, you can look. I don't know.
5/18.
Yeah, so they've been on their way for a little while.
Yeah.
They actually got to our post office yesterday.
But we didn't go. We couldn't get to the post office when they were open.
What do you think, Irene?
I would definitely buy their cookies. I really would. And we cook most of our stuff from scratch. We very rarely buy things like cookies and stuff because we like our own better, to be honest. But these are definitely good cookies. Really good cookies.
We cook a lot from scratch,
Mm-hmm.
and as a consequence, we'll tend to wait and purchase the more premium ingredients so the cookies are what we want them to be, or whatever it is we're making. Is there a lemon balm over there still?
Yes, there are, honey. Let's see. This one's the box, the container where it was open. These are. I won't say they're my favorite. This is a toss up for me. But I am a real lemon fan. So yeah, I'll give you the big one.
You're supposed to give me both of them.
No.
Okay, these cookies are
Fabulous.
yeah, they're fabulous. They have the right amount of moisture in them.
They're a very moist cookie. They almost disintegrate in your mouth. It's almost like the inside of a chess pie.
Jack approves.
Well,
No, don't say it. He has discerning taste, though.
he has discerning taste. He loves food. But we always joke about the fact that I could have been sitting there eating a piece of steak, and he still has to snip each piece before he eats it, as if I'm going to slip in a piece of, vitamin or something in between. I know what it's got a texture like. Almost like a New York cheesecake inside.
It is.
It's got that sort of moist, barely chewy cheesy sort of texture to it. Cheesecakey sort of.
Why don't you look to see who all is involved in this endeavor? Because we need to thank them all here.
Beth Webb, Susan Seitz, and Virginia V. Seitz.
Well, thank you, ladies, for sending these cookies to us.
This was a great way to end the week. We've been working really hard this week. The weather has been challenging. The wind has been howling all week. So you feel literally physically beat up when you're done working.
And Beth, the lemon bomb, gets Jack's seal of approval. And you know him, so that's a good deal.
Really. I guess my seal of approval, too. I would eat these all day.
No.
I shouldn't eat them all day, but we only have another 4, so we have to...
We're safe.
We're safe. This is just awesome.
Thanks very much for watching, friends. This was an unexpected treat. Not something that I could have guessed about when I was going into the post office. I don't think Irene had any idea either.
No, really, I had no clue. Until she told me it was perishable, I was thinking that maybe she found a piece of fabric she thought I would like and sent it to me. Yeah. And I would have been totally happy with that because she knows my taste in fabric. As we find out more details, like when the stuff is going to be available and stuff for real, for sale, we'll definitely let everybody know because these are awesome. These are awesome for sure.
Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like this crazy. This is not expected. So if you like this craziness that we're doing, and don't forget to hit the bell for notifications because you want to see this kind of stuff whenever it happens. It doesn't happen often, but
no, usually we're pretty serious about things like gardening and repairing things and building things. But it's Friday afternoon. I'm looking forward to pizza and beer for dinner, and cookies was not a bad way to start the pizza and beer.
I'm looking forward to cookies. You know what? I'll have some of your pizza too, but no beer for me.
Right.
All right. That's it for today. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Oops, sorry.
You step on my line.
I did. So finish your line.
Your turn.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we're doing something else crazy, because there's going to be lots crazy, guaranteed, this summer. Especially as we get a little bit more cabin fever. Anyway.
Thanks for watching.
Until later.
Bye.
Be safe. Bye.